wasn't working, was itself not working. By the time the female islands engineers realised what was happening, the reactor had become dangerously close to meltdown. No single big thing, this is the point, no single big thing went wrong at 3 Mile Island. 5 completely unrelated events occurred in the sequence, each of which, had it happened in isolation, would have caused no more than a hiccup in the plant's ordinary operation. I just read that out because although I'm talking about the aircraft here, it is true of all organisations and all things that go wrong. Okay, back to the aircraft. In a typical crash, for example, the weather is poor, not terrible, bad enough for the pilot to feel a bit more stressed than is usual. In an overwhelming number of crashes, the plane is behind schedule, the pilots are hurrying up. In 52% of crashes, the pilot at the time of the accident has been awake for 12 hours or more, meaning that he's tired and he's not thinking sharply. And 44% of the time, the 2 pilots have never, in 44% of the time, 2 pilots have not ever flown together before, so they're not comfortable with each other. And what I told you about last week was this deferential speak. You know, if you're not comfortable with somebody, how deferential are you? You know, how clear is the first officer going to say to the captain, for goodness sake, let's go around this cloud, you know, let's climb above it or something, instead of just ploughing on. 44% of the time, 2 pilots have never flown together, so they're not comfortable with each other. Then the errors start, and it's not just one error. The typical accident involves 7 consecutive human errors. One of the pilots does something wrong, that by itself is not a problem. Then one of them makes another error on top of that, which combined with the first error still does not amount to catastrophe. But then they make a third error on top of that, and after another, and so on. And a combination of all these errors then lead to the disaster. These 7 errors, furthermore, are rarely problems of knowledge or flying skill. It's not that the pilot it's not that the pilot has to negotiate some critical technical manoeuvre and fails. The kinds of errors that cause plane crashes are invariably errors of teamwork and communication. One pilot knows something important and somehow doesn't tell the other pilots. One pilot does something wrong and then the other pilot doesn't catch the error. A tricky situation needs to be resolved through a complex series of steps, and somehow the pilots fail to coordinate and miss one of them. The whole flight deck design is intended to be operated by 2 people, and that operation works best when you have one person checking the other, or both people willing to participate, says Earl Vida, who was for many years Chief Engineer of Safety for Boeing. Airlines are very unforgiving if you don't do things right, and for a long time it's been clear that you have 2 people operating the airplane cooperatively, you will have a safe operation than if you're a single pilot flying the plane, and another person who is simply there to take over if the pilot is incapacitated. Okay, that's the scenario. And it links into the one that I gave last week, or we knew it was deferential speak, which they come on to later in the story. That's the scenario, okay. Planes crashing out of the sky. Your task now, if you care to accept it, is to draw a rich picture. What are some of the key things you're going to have in your rich picture?
Lots of broken planes.
Broken planes? Broken planes?
Pilot planes,
Pilots? Control panels?
Newspaper.
Okay, well that's enough, you got the idea,
Boundaries there.
And then, so you start yourself off, and then you've got the boundary defined. This is the actual story itself.
Are we drawing it in our paper?
Have I given you this? No. I've got some more copies somewhere.
No, they could have.
I think you'll put So you've got a sheet of flip chart paper, okay? You've got plenty more flip chart here. The more you get in there, the better. The more stuff you can do. You've got about an hour, I think. No, you haven't. You've got 40 minutes till 3 o'clock. You've got plenty of time. Where are all those copies at? Oh, they did. Hold on.
One picture of
That's why you should have story, okay?
Contemporary
And
art.
that's the reference
Yeah.
it's come from.
And you've got
Yes, you've got your own copies.
where
Okay.
do we put it?
I'm just going to get some more copies.
green. Yeah, let's
So, to guide you, I'll put this up here, look. So to guide you, there's a list here of things you've got to look out for.
This is the project. Oh, the Kenya.
Is it in aeroplane 707? In Exiled Wales?
Oh, going 707. That includes the different one. Yeah.
Let's go and get some more copies.
Okay.
external audit, you there now. Well, this is looking at it, so what loads of crashes,
Shut down by the Soviet
things that
Oh,
the president, yes, telling somebody else there instead of
with just
one taking the way there to like how you work this, way into that.
Did they have their certification removed?
And then they also got one, I do the other Phoenix Award.
Yes.
That's what we want to take it back.
Great.
Their certification.
How do you think it's like? You're too old. It was,
Are you just tired? Sorry. Did you do
Some ones with terminology there, that bit like airwork is taken away.
what are you going to do?
Read the report, you see that safety rating will downgrade.
Yeah. To be honest, I've been asking. I did ask this last week.
Did you? Yeah, that's what she's that would be eating.
Okay, let's put it this way. We need to get, you need to get sealed.